Hi everyone, welcome back. Even though it's absolutely freezing today, we are cracking on with Patricia. In this video we're going to be removing the existing carpet that came with the van and replacing it with the black charcoal carpet that we've bought to go with the rest of everything else. Roll VT.
Right, before we start ripping the carpet off, we have to get a couple of bits off. This frame, for example, which you just pull these little tabs out and there's a couple of screws inside, so no big deal. Just make sure I don't lose that. There's also a couple of panels of wood here and here, which are just screwed in, so that's a 2-second job. Little bracket there, and the little bracket down here pops off, and then we can take the carpet off. What we're going to try and do is not disrupt the trim that's already around the edge, because it's a pain in the arse to put on, and if we can use this, what's already there, that'll save us loads of time. So we're going to just carefully peel this off from around the edge. What the hell was that? And then strip it off, clean it, and then we can put the new stuff and use this existing edge which just tucks in.
So we removed the carpet off the door, and now we're going to use some white spirit to clean up all the excess glue that's been left and all like the furry bits of the carpet that's been left as well. But it's not necessarily an easy job. It's going to be quite time consuming. So let's get to it.
Right, as always, Sam has her best ideas when we're in the middle of one idea. So, change of fucking plan. We're not going to strip off the old carpet residue and put a new carpet on. What we are now going to do is take off this edging. Am I still in that shot? I can't see anything. Take off the edging from around the doorway and cut out a piece of plywood, the same ply that we've used on the walls, the 6mm stuff. Cut out a shape, exactly the shape of the face of this door, put that on and cover this in either the black carpet that we were going to stick onto the door or the material that we decide to use on the walls of the bedroom area. Sam think, I agree, we think it's going to look better for starters, but it also means I can stick some insulation in and around the window, cover everything, cut the hole for the window. We'll have to make sure that we've got access to this and on the other door, so we think, Sam says maybe just cut straight across and have it 2 pieces, because once the material's on it, you're not going to see it anyway.
Also, the bed's going to cover it.
Yeah,
where the door
from the side,
from the inside of the van. You're not going to see that split. You're not going to see the cut.
So yeah, that's now what we have to figure out how to do. Because she's a dick.
You're welcome.
Right, we've put the frames back on, and we've cut the sheets down to, well, it's too big. It's not down to size. So we're going to have 2 halves essentially. One from the top coming down to midway there, and then one from the bottom, from that going down to the bottom. Which will, and obviously this doesn't look anything like what's going to happen, but that's going to get pressed against there, similar to what we did in the other window. And we put that board across. Yeah. Same thing. So first we need to know the shape of this outside line that we're going to cut. So I think we'll cover the thing in brown paper, tape it all on, and then just draw around, maybe like a couple of mil too big, and then take that off, put it on the templates here, cut it out. What do you think? Yeah?
No, let's do it with pencil.
What?
You hold it on, and I go from the other side and just draw a pencil mark all the way around. That's stupid.
No, that should work. Right, we're not going to do a
Action!
We're not going to do a template. Because some things keep pointing. Some things we can just draw around the back of it. So what we're going to do is pin that up on there like that. Sam's going to draw around the back.
I can do it.
Okay, Sam's going to draw around the back, and we're going to see how that goes instead.
Okay.
And we'll do the same to the second half once we've done the first half. Oh, we've got a full sheet of this. Why don't we do the full sheet first?
Well, we can.
And then, yeah, all right, let's do that. Right, we have got a problem that we didn't think about. Give me the camera and you show them what we did sideways, because we tested it one way but not the other.
Tested it on both sides. So here, against the metal and against the metal, there is. It's right against the.
Yeah, the top bit here is touching, and the bottom bit there is touching, and there wasn't much gap in between the window frame, which was great.
And we did that on the other side.
Yeah.
And it was the same. But what we didn't do was we didn't do that.
Yeah.
And when I do that next to the metal frame, we've now got a
Because
gap.
that side over there touches the metal frame and
Here.
is close to the window.
Yeah. This one's close to the window, but then it doesn't touch the metal. It's got a gap. So that's what we didn't do. So now we've got that gap issue. So we are going to fill the gap. We're going to attach a piece of wood to the back of here. Yeah, probably about this length. And then make it a piece of that wood, and then I'll just carpet round it. So you won't be able to see it, because Andy doesn't want the gap.
Why don't I want the gap?
Because it's unprofessional, and it's a shit job, and we are awful people if we don't close the gap.
Because you were happy just to have a half-assed job.
It's not a half-assed job.
It is to me.
How many times are you going to open up a door and actually go, oh, there's a 2 centimetre gap there, but
I'll know it's there.
Well, he will know it's there, yeah.
It has to be done right.
Okay. Let's do it right. I have successfully drawn around the board. I have cut out pieces that need to be cut out. This is my favourite piece, that bottom. Beautiful. Everything fits nice and snug now, and it's just gone round with a sander to make sure that all the edges are nice and smooth. So hopefully we can mirror this and put it onto the other door, and then all I have to do is get the other two pieces and actually draw around it rather than having to draw it out all again from scratch. So hopefully we can just get this, flip it, put it onto the door, and it fits in the same way. If it doesn't, then I'm going to have to draw around it and do it again. Okay, so we did test it. We flipped the piece of wood that I've already done for the left hand side, and we flipped it to the right hand side. However, it doesn't fit. Well, it does fit, but it's too big. This door is slightly slimmer. So we're going to have to do a new one for that one. So that's by the by.
So it's gonna cut
we're
this
now
one
going to
off.
cut this into 2/3 and 1/3.
What? Oh,
It's about
right.
2/3, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to cut it in half, but not actually in half because a half would be in the middle and it's not. So we're going to cut 2/3 and 1/3. But we're not cutting it in half. I can't say that.
Okay.
We're not cutting it in half.
Just hold this for me. Hold this.
I am right.
I know you are. Sam's just drawing the second line for the. I can't even see if you're on the screen or not. Hello. The second line for this gap, this piece of wood that we're putting in between this this problem area. We are. What time did we start? 10 o'clock this morning.
Yep.
9:30, 10. It's 20. It's 20 past 4. We have took off carpet from 3 doors and cut 2 pieces of wood, and that is it. So we got a piece of the scrap green leftover stuff that we've got. We used the back. Sam's had a good idea of using the back of this because it's the same shape as here to scribe a line. So we've got one side, and then we have drawn on the inside. I can't even explain this without showing them.
No.
Can you?
No, that's very difficult.
We have very awkwardly scribed 2 lines, and we don't know if it's going to work. And we're freezing our tits off.
Sam's done a bit of girl math. So, we've now cut out a piece. It looks really shoddy. However, we are going to carpet this, so you're not going to see it. So even though parts of the green have come off. So this is going to slot in like so. And it's going to sit like that into the gap, so that we no longer have a gap. It is now 5 o'clock. 25 to 20 to 5.
Can you feel your fingers?
No, can't feel my fingers. I want to go inside now.
Right, it's blowing a gale and it keeps pissing it down, so cameras, different angles. The ones that we started cutting, the pieces of wood that we started cutting, we've decided to put on that door instead. So we've lined that up, cut everything out. We did that because we want on this side, hello Sam, we want on this side an overlap on the door, which I think you might be able to see just sticking out there. Reason for that is that with that little overhang, it should hopefully, once carpeted, block out a little bit of draft that might come through the door and into the bedroom area. So I'm just going to cut out the window. Sam's in there now holding that piece of wood there. I'm just going to cut round that, cut the window out, and that should be the last piece. So each door has 2 sections that we can take off the bottom in case we need to get to any of the mechanisms, and then that's the wood done. We'll give it a quick sand, spray it and carpet it or fabric it, we're not sure yet.
I'm just adding on 2 centimetres to each side of the window because...
Top and bottom.
Yeah, not each side, sorry, top and bottom. Because when Andy's done the outline of it, you have to take into consideration where the actual blinds go. So up here, he's gone around this area here. However, we need to be able to get to this part here, so I need to add on the 2 centimetres so that I can then pull this up. So this part here I'm adding on.
That should be okay, shouldn't it?
That's perfect.
Once the material's on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy?
Yeah.
Good.
Right, we are...
Action!
We are... Right, stop it. stop it.
Okay, go on.
We're on the most boring and tedious job so far. We've took the carpet off this sliding door, and we initially thought we were going to do the same as the back doors, which was put a piece of wood on and clad that. However, we changed our minds because of the clearance when we opened the door wasn't going to work. So we took the carpet off. But because we initially thought we were going to put the wood on, we took the fucking, what's this called? The trim off that was holding the carpet in, which I didn't want to do. And now we've decided that we're going to recarpet it. We're going to have to put new trim on. But the bigger problem is that all the glue from the old carpet has to come off, or at least to the best of our ability, but it is a nightmare. So we are scrubbing and scraping with white spirit to try and get as much off as we can. It's turning into like bogies that just also don't come off. So we've been here for a few hours and it's painful. So the plan is, so we've got the two wooden bits cut for the back doors. That's done. We just need to cover them in material. We're going to carpet this, well not carpet, but we're using a fabric, which I'll explain later. We're going to fabric the door, and then down here there was a piece of ply that was carpeted in the old stuff. We're going to cut out the same shape, but clad it in the new one, in the new fabric, and put that on as well, so that we can get access to all the mechanisms down here if we need to. That was a lot of information and not a lot of demonstration, but we've had enough. We've absolutely had enough of fucking scrubbing this door, and it's pissing it down outside, so I can't open the door to get down the bottom. So yeah, this is fun. We have got some fabric. We've decided on a couple of different fabrics for the van. These are from, where are they from? iwantfabric.com. So we're going with a tartan, because we love a bit of tartan, and this weird bobbly fleecy looking thing which is called, hang on, Soft Teddy Bounce. Don't know, but it's really nice and goes well with the natural wood and the green. I know you can't really see much of what's going on here. The natural wood and the green colours go really well with both of these. We try to keep it really neutral. So we're going to put the tartan in the bedroom area and a little bit on the sliding door, which I'll show you in a bit. And then this is going around the dining area on the walls. And we're going to redo the bit above the cab again. I'll show you in a second. And we're going to risk this. We're going to try and put this on the sliding door instead of stretch carpet. This is going to look a lot nicer. However, because there's no stretch in it like there is in the four-way stretch carpet, we don't know if we're going to be able to do it. So we might end up wasting a bit of money. But we're going to do the cards that we cut for the back door first in the nice tartan. Cut that down, we're just spraying everything on. And then we will attack trying to put this on the sliding door. Right, what I'm gonna do is I've put a bit of paper underneath just to not get everything covered in glue. This is the top edge. So this is the bottom half of the door, one of the doors, and that's the top edge. So I'm going to spray a bit of glue on there, a bit of glue on here, and I'm going to line that top edge up with that darker line in the fabric so that it's straight, because when we meet the top half of the door card, we're going to do the same so that it sort of looks even. But not only that, because there's lines going up and down this, I need to make sure we get it lined up correctly so that the fabric isn't lopsided, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to line it up with one of the tartan lines and work from there, hopefully. happy?
First one done? Yeah. Very happy. It looks great.
Bit finicky on the back. Getting around all the little corners.
Nah. Piece of piss. Piece of piss. I'm just going to see the back.
3 more.
3 more.
Sam's done an amazing job at putting the fabric on these pieces. So I'm just going to line everything up. So we tried our best to put the lines in the right place so that it comes down. We're about probably a centimetre off. It's as close as we're going to get it, let's be honest. We tried our best. But it looks good, it all fits. So I'm just going to line it up, clamp it on, and then we're going to screw it on with some black, I don't know where I've put them. Some black, I think they're called panhead screws, I can't remember. But little black ones, so it'll be visible, but it'll look like it's meant to be there kind of thing, like little buttons almost. And that's just going to get screwed directly into the metal. Do these, do the next door, and then we can start tackling the dreaded sliding door, because that's giving me a headache just thinking about it. Alright, tell everybody why you're upset.
Why am I upset? Because you just recorded me, but weren't recording me.
Okay.
I'm having to do this again. Again!
Pretend it's the first time, tell them why.
Right, fuck's sake.
I've definitely pressed record now.
Okay. Right, come and have a look.
We've had a fuck up.
I've matched these 2 doors or door cards perfectly because obviously we've cut them in half. So this one here, it goes from a beige colour, a cream colour to a darker beige, and the black stripe goes through it, or the grey stripe goes through it. That's fine. This side matches perfectly on the bottom, but on the top half I've put 2 beige stripes together rather than putting this section here. So this section here technically, whoop, should be there. And now you can see all of the darker beige is all offset, so it doesn't look nice anymore. And I'm pissed off, and I'm pissed off that I'm having to do this for the second time. So, yay! I'm going to spend another 60 quid because I need another 3 meters.
It'll be okay.
No, it will not.
It'll be okay.
No, it won't
I
be.
promise, we'll fix it.
I'm going to buy
We'll
another 60 quid's worth of material
It's
because
not
I can't
60 quid,
reuse
it was
that.
like 20
It is, it's
quid or
20
something.
quid.
Yeah, it's only one. It's about 20 quid. It's fine. Don't stress. Don't stress. Hello. Do you like my door? I've decided to take the door off.
We've decided.
Well, you didn't want to do it. You cheeky bastard. What do you mean we've decided? You argued about it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you see?
He's decided.
So, I've took the sliding door off because it's super awkward to get down the bottom to do the trim and the carpet, and for the sake of 3 bolts or 4 bolts, whatever it was just easier to take it off. So I'm going to give this a clean up, scrape off the remaining bits of black rubber so we can put the fresh stuff on, and then we're going to attempt to put fabric on this, but I'm not holding my hopes too high. Right, we've cleaned down. We're going to stick on using super glue, hopefully that works, this rubber trim edge thing. I don't know if I can show you this on here, but it's got a little flap that opens, so you stick down one edge, that goes around the outside, and the carpet gets, well the fabric in this case, gets tucked into that. So this will be fun. Okay, we are prepped. I have put all the trim on. I've put all the trim on with super glue, so that's done all the way around. And then I've stuck some masking tape over the window so we don't get any spray on it, and masking tape all around that new trim that we put on.
Action!
Dick. Masking tape all the way on that trim so we don't get full of glue when we spray this on. This is that nice material again. We're going to try and do, our biggest concern is because there's no stretch in it, like you would do with stretch carpet, is it's just going to be a nightmare around these corners, and we have zero experience, so we're making a tough job even tougher. We've had a quick chat. What we think we're going to do is stick this onto the window, so overlap this as much as possible, like that. Stick the window on first, and then try and very slowly work outwards in and around these corners, and hopefully we can do that without getting creases in it where we don't want creases. But that's very easily said and very difficult to do. Look how beautiful that looks. So the only thing left to do right now, we're going to use a 3 or 4 mil piece of plywood, like the old one. We'll cut it out of the template and clad that, or carpet that I should say, in the tartan stuff. So there'll be a big tartan square there, and that'll be job finished. Very happy with the results. I was super nervous about getting the creases around these, but we've done a great job. Super proud of ourselves for that.
Okay, so we have finally finished the door cards at the back with our beautiful tartan material. Everything lines up, everything matches. I'm very happy. And when we close the door, so if you want to come in, if we close the doors, this one first. Everything's nice and tight. There's no gaps. Extremely happy with that. It slightly goes off here, but we're just going to ignore that bit. Just ignore that bit. It's the best I could do. And Andy has also popped on the door card for the sliding door as well in the same material. I did that last night, so everything's starting to match up and look really good. If you could like and subscribe, we'd appreciate it. And any comments, pop below. We'll see you soon.